Hi, if someone's trying to record this, could you stop the recording, please? We'll have it available for you later on in the week. Hi, everyone. Good evening. It's 7:05 p.m. and I'd like to welcome you to the Woodside Players of Queens Winter 2021 presentation of an evening of short vaudeville sketches from the early 21st century, early 20th century, I'm sorry, by Harry L. Newton. We have 7 short pieces for you. They're going to be a lot of fun. So just a reminder, if you could turn off any telegraph devices, and we will take it away, Uncle Bill.
Just a minute. I've got Annette Cohen sharing screen.
Well, I think we're doing all right now. So I'm going to start the show, folks. Good evening. I'm glad you came out to see our show. Some of you look a little young to know what vaudeville is all about, so let me tell you how we came to having all these show people here tonight. See, last week I had some business in the city and I ended up at a vaudeville. Now, vaudeville ain't no town, no siree. Vaudeville is a show, a regular cut-up affair, something like a circus. Only there's no sawdust rings or gals riding bareback, but land sakes alive, you'll see plenty of men of vaudeville with barebacks just the same. Now, I was in the city till almost dark, and bedtime was coming, so I commenced to look around for a sleeping place. That's how I came to run across this here vaudeville affair. I seen the sign, and I asked a feller what it meant, and he told me vaudeville was a continuous show. People pay 2 bits to go in the morning, and they stay till midnight. Well, I calculated right away that was darn sight cheaper than a hotel, so I walked up to a little window, and I asked the feller for a ticket. He said 10, 20, or 30. I told him I only want one. He said 10, 20, or 30. I told him I wasn't buying tickets for the whole darn town. He said, all right, 10, 20, or 30. I never seen such a darn fool in all my born days. I got all so fired up mad. He finally talked plain English and said as how that was the different prices. 30 cents was downstairs. 20 cents was up another flat, and 10 cents was up 2 flats. Well, he allowed I'd see the same show upstairs as down, so I paid my dime and I went in. Well, I went upstairs and I sat down on a kind of shelf. It was dark at first, but finally they turned on a little gas and a band came up through a trap door and played a tune. After that band tooted a spell, the curtain went up and there hung a bed sheet. Well, the feller next to me said the hippodrome was going to take place, and he explained that a hippodrome meant a moving picture. Well, by jinks, pretty quick there was a picture on that bed sheet and it was moving to beat the band. A sign on the bottom of the picture said Russian Cossacks. Well, any darn fool could see them fellas on horseback was Russian, but darned if I could see whether they're wearing socks or not. But They was so real looking, I thought they was coming right up the stairs, and I began to get scared. But they quit about halfway and disappeared somewhere or other. And then they showed a picture of a house on fire. And it was so darn natural like that I got up and I yelled, "Fire!" And a fella came and he said he'd have to put me out. Well, I told him he better put the fire out, never mind me. Well, I guess they seen they couldn't monkey with your Uncle Bill, but they quit showing that picture and went on with the show. So next, a gal came out in short skirts. She kicked up her heels, she turned somersaults, and I said to the feller next to me, "Who is that young heifer anyway?" He said, "Why, she's the daughter of a millionaire. She's a Vanderbilt. She was a debutante." So I said, "What's a debutante?" He said, "A debutante is a gal who's coming out. That gal you see there, she came out just last week." Well, I said, "Anybody can see she's still coming out. Somebody ought to put her back in." Well, after she left, a couple of Dutch fellers came out, and they was called a rapid fire talking act. Oh, the way they talked! I should think stage folks would have to talk like Americans before they could act on a stage. But those fellers couldn't talk plain at all. Well, I'll allow they told some pretty good riddles. Let me see if I can remember a couple of them. Oh, yes. My uncle is a good doctor. You bet he is. He saved my life once. How's that? I sent for him and he didn't come. Oh, my brother is an awful funny feller. People come from miles around to see him cut up. Ooh, is he an actor? No, he's a butcher. See, I thought that was pretty funny. Well, after a while, they run off the platform and a gal dressed all in white came on. She sung a song called "Mother is Your Best Friend of All." Now, I got nothing against mothers, but every song nowadays is all about mother and how dear she is. And I only heard a couple of songs about poor old Pa, and they had him drunk in both of them. Oh, well, I'm getting a little off track here, folks. Now, I sat in that vaudeville till nigh on to midnight, and I seen dancers and singers and magicians, and all them folks kept coming back to do it over and over like 5 or 6 times. Well, after they stopped for a while, a feller came up and said I'd have to leave. I thought I'd be allowed to stay all night after paying my 10 cents, but he ordered me out just the same. Well, I did get hold of some of those vaudeville folks, and I invited them here tonight. Oh, they're the cream of the crop, so I'm going to let them strut their stuff, and you can see what you think of them. The first act we have coming on is one of those fast-talking comedy acts. It's called An Oyster Stew with a Dutch Cocktail. I think it ought to be mighty tasty, so you just sit back and enjoy yourselves.
Now, before I engage you as a waiter in my place, there are just a few rules and regulations I want to go over.
How much wages do I get?
Oh, you're paid on a commission.
Commission? What's that?
Oh, it's a percentage.
What's the percentage?
A percentage is 1 out of 100.
1 out of 100?
Yes, for every dollar that comes into this place, I will pay you 1 cent. So suppose that you made $50 this month, you would pay me $49.50, and you would make a clear profit of 50 cents.
What, in a month?
Yes.
Well, that's fair and square.
Sure.
Then I will hire you to be my boss.
Oh, merci. Thank you. Now, we must have a rehearsal when someone comes into the restaurant. Suppose that a swell lady is coming in.
Oh, I'll go out and get a swell waiter.
No. You are the swell waiter.
Oh, am I?
Sure.
You know, I'm a swell waiter.
Yes,
But the swell lady, she doesn't know.
of course she does. She thinks that this is the finest restaurant in town and that you are the finest waiter.
Oh, well, she's got another thing coming.
Oh, now we must have that rehearsal. I will be the swell lady and I'm coming in to eat something. Get ready. Well, what are you going to do?
I'll make a date with her.
No, you can't make a date. You're the waiter.
I'll wait for her.
No. I'll show you what to do. I will be the lady. Waiter.
Yes, sir.
No, not sir. I'm the lady.
You're not a lady, you're the boss.
No, I'm not the boss.
Oh, you quit?
No, I didn't quit.
Oh, you got fired.
Don't be foolish. How can a boss get fired?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm not the ma'am. Stop it. I'm not the ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm the boss.
Yes, ma'am.
But no, I'm not the boss.
Yes, sir.
I was the boss, but now I'm not the boss because I'm the lady. Don't you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Stop it. I'm not a yes, ma'am.
Well, aren't you a swell lady?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, now you have me talking that way. Oh, I'll show you. You will be the swell lady and I will be the waiter. Can you be a swell lady?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh, stop it. Remember, you are the lady. You are a society lady. You are young. You are beautiful. You are coming out.
I thought I was just coming in.
Coming out in society. You are rich. You are worth millions. You are worth trillions. You are worth billions. Oh, boy, you're going to buy up this joint. Okay. Get ready. Good evening.
Hello, boss.
Don't call me the boss.
You're not my
I'm
boss.
not
I'm
your-
fired.
I'm not your boss.
I'm fired.
No. You are the society lady. I am the waiter. Don't you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes, ma'am, too. Oh, waiter, don't you know any better? This
Yes,
is
sir.
straighten up and do this right.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Straighten up and do this right. You act like a lady.
Oh,
Now we're going to do this again.
okay.
Good evening, madame.
I'm starving. Give me a barrel of corned beef and cabbage.
That's no appetite for a society queen. You eat like a bricklayer.
I'm hungry.
Oh, pay attention. Remember, you're the lady, I'm the waiter. Madame, may I interest you in some blue points on the half shell?
Oh, I don't want no shell game.
Oysters. I'm talking about oysters. I'm suggesting oysters.
Sure. Bring me a dozen oysters with half on their shells.
Listen, let me teach you about the finest item on our menu. Oysters. According to Darwin, are a crustacean commonly called a mollusk. For the ignorant, that would be you, they are known as a mussel. Do you know what a mussel is?
You'll know what a mussel is in a minute.
I see that you don't. I will teach you. A mussel is an animal without any brains. None at all.
They're foolish.
They're very ignorant. Let's see. Very ignorant. Because mussel or an oyster has a thick shell around them, just like your head. You can't teach an oyster anything. Now look, you take oyster hook in your right hand and an oyster in this hand.
Then you take a right hook to the oyster's jaw.
Now, listen, I have Mr. Oyster in this hand.
And the oyster's wife in the other?
Who ever heard of an oyster being married? Oh, listen, I'm teaching you how to open an oyster.
Yes, and you can open a safe just as quick.
Yes, I can open a safe. No, I don't open safes. Now, here's the oyster, and here's the oyster's wife, the safe.
You're going to open the oyster with a safe?
No, certainly. No, I'm confused. Here's the oyster's wife, and here's the hook.
Oh, you're going to throw the hook at the oyster's wife?
No. Listen, keep quiet. Here's the oyster. And here's the knife. You insert the knife into the oyster shell. Then you start to work around.
A shell game on the oyster.
You walk around.
And cut off his legs so he can't run away.
No. You take the oyster in your hand.
Oh, then you lay down on the bed.
What bed?
An oyster bed.
Oh, I can't teach you anything about opening an oyster. Just drop it.
Oh, you'll hide it.
Hurt what?
The oyster.
Oh, drop the subject. Suppose a customer comes in and they want to order spirits.
Oh, spirits.
Not that kind of spirits. I'm talking about fine drinks coming from the bar.
Aren't you afraid of spirits?
No, I'm talking about fine drinks that you order from the bar. But before you do that, you must learn how to be a bartender.
Oh, how do you be a bartender?
Well, first you have to get behind the bar.
Oh, I'd get arrested.
Not that kind of bar. You're not in a cell, sir.
Oh, so we're out of seltzer.
Oh, pay attention. The first thing a bartender must do is look out for those deadbeats.
Oh.
Now, we're going to imagine that you're working at the bar.
Oh, where?
Here. The bar is here, right here.
I don't see a bar.
The bar is in your mind.
Oh. Well, my mind isn't on the floor where you're pointing.
Okay, so your mind looks over here, and your mind tells you this is the bar. The bar is here.
Well, I don't see a bar. I want a beer.
We don't have any beer.
Well, what good is a bar with no beer in it?
There is beer, but not right now. We are just imagining it. Are your brains made out of Swiss cheese?
Oh, yes, now I know. There's two bars. One is where you pointed, and the other is in my head.
Never mind. Let's pay attention. Look. You're going to be the, you have to look out for as a bartender, you have to look out for those deadbeats.
What is a deadbeat?
A deadbeat is a fellow that comes in the bar, he orders a drink, but he has no money to pay for it. Get ready. You are going to be the bartender, and I am going to be the deadbeat. I'm going to come in and order. Good morning, Mr. Bartender.
Good morning, deadbeat.
No, you don't call me the deadbeat.
Oh,
You don't know I'm the deadbeat.
Well, you are a deadbeat. You told me so.
You don't know I'm a deadbeat until I come into the bar and I order the drink and I don't pay for it.
All right, all right.
Okay, we're going to start over. This time, I will be the bartender and you will be the deadbeat.
Good morning, sir.
How do you do, sir? What would you like?
I'd like a drink, please.
Okay. What kind of drink would you like?
It doesn't matter. I used to drink, but I had to stop because it made me sick.
Mixed drinks, not for you, but for the customers.
Oh, of course. Here you are.
Oh, thank you. Very good. Good day,
Hold
sir.
on. Yeah. Hold on. Where is the money for that drink?
Oh, the money.
Oh.
It seems that I left all my money at home. Oh, I'll come in tomorrow and settle. Good day.
Oh, no, you don't. Where you going?
I'm going out. Good day.
Oh, you can't go out. You can't go out unless you pay me.
Why can't I go out?
Because you are in the bar in my mind.
There's nothing in your mind. We're going to start over. I will be the bartender, and you are going to be the deadbeat.
I am not a deadbeat.
You just imagine that you're a deadbeat in your mind.
Well, okay, I accept your apology. How do you do, Mr. Bartender?
How do you do, sir? What can I do for you today?
Kick me out. I'm a deadbeat.
No, you don't tell me you're a deadbeat.
Oh.
You have to order and not pay for it.
Oh,
Now let's try it over again. Remember, you order a drink, but you do not pay for it.
Oh.
Good morning. What will you have?
I'll have a glass of beer.
Oh, you're getting cheap.
Very good glass of beer. Good day, sir.
Wait a minute. I want some money for that drink. Pay for that drink.
Oh, the money. What do you know? I left all my money at home. I keep it in the back of my freezer.
Oh, cold cash. But I can't use that. I want the money.
Say, I got an idea.
I don't want an idea. I want the money.
Will you take something the same as money? Will you take stamps for it?
Will I take stamps?
Sure.
Well, seeing that you're a friend of mine, okay, I will take stamps.
Good. Stamps. There's your stamps. Now we're square.
Well, now, wasn't that something? Now, our next piece is called A Jack and His Queen, a comedietta in one act. Well, that sure sounds like some fancy romance to me. So let's all take a peek.
George, but it's good to be home again after knocking about the continent for 8 years. I tell you, when a fellow gets to be my age, he's good and willing to settle down, and that's what I'm going to do pretty soon. Settle down. No more warm birds and cold bottles for yours truly. I cut it all out from now on. I wonder what Flora looks like now anyway. Last time I saw her, she was in short skirts and 2 fetching pig's tails and some freckles. Well, hello. There she is now. How do you do, Mrs. Windsor soon-to-be? Take a good look at your future husband, because you'll probably see more of me now than you do after our marriage. Oh, but no, that won't be so. I'm going to be just the nicest thing and well-behaved husbands to be found. In fact, I think I'll quit smoking right now. Well, At least this particular cigarette. She was a nice girl, all right. Hello? What's this? Tutty Twinkletoes. Huh. What's this anyway? Tutty Twinkletoes? Where is this lady? Well, one strange lady is quite enough. All right, all right. Here you go. There, on your way. Well, say, I wonder who belongs to this. Great title. Tutty Twinkletoes. Sounds like an actorine, doesn't it? But I don't know her. Can't say I cared to. Oh, the phone. Hello? Oh, yes, yes. Oh, hey, say, is that you, Bill? Oh, yes, yes, I had a great time. Yes, kind of rough on the ocean. A little rough on my bankroll? Yeah, well, rather. Hey, say, Bill, you ain't living unless you go to Paris. You just ought to see some of those, oh, but no more for mine. I'm the regular little Sunday school scholar from now on. The card? What's that? Tutty Twinkletoes. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, the kid just brought it up. Say, what's the matter with her? Hey, and what's the trouble with you? No, I'm reformed. Cross my heart. Nothing stirring, Bill. Not a leaf. I tell you, I don't want to meet her. Coming right away? Well, see there. She's not. I tell you. Bill? Hello, Bill? Oh, for heaven's sake, he's gone. Well, what do you think about that? Ain't it awful, Mabel? I tell you, no Tutty Twinkletoes gets in there this afternoon. No siree. And that's just the way I feel.
May a body come in? Why, this place is deserted. Put not by faith in elevator, boys. He told me I sure would find Mr. Windsor at home. Oh, dear old Jack. Won't he be surprised to see me? It's 8 long years since we became engaged. Oh, my, but that's a long time to wear a man's name. Tutty Twinkletoes? What a queer name. But I wonder who this Twinkletoes person is. Her card certainly occupies a very prominent place on my Jack's table, but my Jack wouldn't.
Oh, Miss Twinkletoes, so you came anyway.
Yes, who?
Gee, she speaks preserves. Bill sure has taste, all right. Won't do any harm to speak with her anyway. So what will you have? I mean, have a seat. Take off your
Why, really, Mr. Windsor? I didn't.
Oh, that's all okay. Just call me. Bill just called up and said you'd be over.
Oh, he did he?
Surest thing you know. I say, Mrs. Twinkletoes, do you
Oh, so I'm Miss Twinkletoes? Here's my chance to have a little fun and find out what my Jack is like. Oh, so Bill said I was coming, did he? Isn't Bill a bully guy? Honest, I think he's a 4-time winner.
Oh, yes, he is. But tell me, oh, never mind. Wait until you know me better. Not only is she a swell looker, but all to the spring flowers on her monologue stunt is for me to get cozy with her. Is that chair comfortable?
Oh, believe me, Party, it is.
Glad to hear it. Won't you take off your coat?
Guess not, Party. Your fiance may come piking along any moment, and I need all the hair I've got. Say, do you know you're a whole lot different from what I expected? Bill says you was standoffish, that you was engaged for the wedding march. 'Tis true?
Oh, well, not exactly engaged, just a mere arrangement, you know, the way these things are settled. But let's talk about yourself. Are you an actress?
As to that, the jury is still out. I don't care to play my own trombone solo, but when I pull out all the emotional stops and start chasing Camille around the parlor, Leslie Carter begins to cancel time forthwith. And my notices, my dear, they are simply immense. Why? The man on the Jayville Junction journal says, her comedy is tragedy and her tragedy is comedy. Say you can't get him any stronger than that.
Huh. Are you playing any emotional roles now?
I should hope not. I'm a merry villager with Sam Bernard with a line after the opening chorus. I step out and say, oh, girls, here comes the king. Believe me, I get a hand just as soon as the king comes on.
Well, have you a song in the show?
Oh, with the prima donna green with jealousy as cream de menthe? I guess not. You know, party, I'm the last one to start any anvil chorus, but all that skirt knows about singing, she snatches from a hurdy-gurdy without hurting the works. And when it comes to dancing, a switch engine could give her the double cross. Why, she ought to be home in a rocking chair.
Oh, I suppose she had. But do you know, you're just the style of girl I like. Breezy, right up to the minute, a real good pal. What would you say to a small bottle?
Few words indeed, but give me a knockdown to a quart of wealthy water, and I'll put you up a line of chatter that's got on any doll in the big light alley. White seal party for mine.
And how's your appetite? Would you have a small bird?
Nix for the bird talker, but I could do a lovely specialty with an order of ham and eggs.
Oh, yes. Hey there, bring the lunch and order for this afternoon and a couple of bottles in a bucket.
Don't be short. Make it a full house in a wash tub, Sonny.
You must have inherited your appetite for hams and eggs from Bill. He always takes them.
Gee, you got this room fixed up to give Dave Velasco the willies. I shouldn't think you'd want to chuck all this glad stuff just to ask some dame to help pick out a janitor with you.
And say, what does that all mean in plain American?
Why, to do the Feather the Nest Act, boom the orange blossom industry, get married, of course. Gee, that's simple.
You know, I thought about the same thing myself, and I'm thinking that this is a mighty comfortable way to live after all.
Oh, you do you. I think I'll gather some more evidence against you, Mr. Jack. Yeah, you're right there, party. Marriage is all right in the $1.18 novels, but when you start acting it out, it's some different. How'd you like to tend the furnace, bring in the milk, beat carpets, wash dishes, pay rent, and 500,000 other things? Nix and likewise nay for little Tutty.
I guess you're right, little girl. I certainly wish I could get out of this engagement thing.
Oh, you do? Sure. Once you're married, the kibosh is on the shows, lights, music, and the whole merry works. It'll be for you for the slippers and fireside gag. You won't be in on the first nights and the lobster palaces. You won't see the girls dance. Say, did you ever see me dance? Well, just you strike up some hasty music and I'll make lowly fool look like a cripple. Oh, I wish I could shimmy like my sister Kate. Shimmy like a jelly on a plate. Now, don't you make any fool breaks on that hug proposition. These hurry lovers don't always get results. I've seen guys that would make love to beat the band cut out by a slow boy whose work was polished.
Just one kiss. You have bewitched me.
Oh, well, stay that way. As soon as you kissed me, you'd come to. Say, but didn't dope you out for such a cheap guy that you thought a quart of wine entitled you to everything.
Yes, come on in, boy. Yeah, put the luncheon on the table. All right. Here, on your way.
They're off. Say, party. You'll be left at the post if you don't start in on the food supply. Overlook the fried onions, but at that, I guess I won't starve to death. Say, what's wrong with the bubbles? Might as well touch up the fireworks now.
Do you always eat with your knife?
Sure. Better than fingers. Remember, I'm a lady.
Oh, here's to you. Drink to me with thine eyes only. Drink to me with thine eyes only, and I will pledge with mine.
Here's to you, bright eyes. Here's to you again. You got a bully voice, kid. Know anything else?
Well, I know I've made a mistake. Do you know this, Mrs. Twinkletoes, that your manners are simply atrocious?
Say, kid, forget it. Give me a cigarette.
No, I won't. And I don't allow women to smoke in my apartments. I want you to finish up that stuff and leave. I'll ring a bill and have them call for you.
Oh. Please don't do that. Please don't.
What does this all mean?
It means that I have been imposing on you that I am not Miss Toddy Twinkletoes at all.
Then who in thunder are you?
I am Miss Flora Mason, and I'm looking for Mr. Jack Windsor. I intended to surprise him, but evidently gotten into the wrong apartment.
She doesn't know me. I'll have a little fun with her. What kind of a chap is this Windsor?
Oh, he's tall and handsome with the carriage of a gentleman. Why, he's a veritable Greek god. I love tall men. Short men do not impress me at all.
Kind of a hotshot. And how long since you saw this Apollo?
Well, 8 years, but I'm sure I'd know him anywhere.
Well, then look at him. I am Jack Windsor.
Jack Windsor, you? My Jack is a gentleman. My Jack wouldn't entertain a chorus girl or try to steal a kiss.
Well, I didn't think that my Flora would drink champagne, do a skirt dance, or eat with a knife either.
I'm afraid I've been a very bad girl. But did I do a chorus girl well?
Oh, Flora, you were a Jim dandy. True to life, too.
Why, Jack, how do you know?
Well, I've read about him, just read about him.
I see. But I'm awfully glad you like my acting because I'm going to do an imitation of Rose Stahl tomorrow night at the Artists Club. And I got good old Bill to fix it up so I could surprise you. So you see, we've just both been playing.
Yes, and perhaps not according to Hoyle either, because for the first time on record, the Jack is going to take the Queen.
Oh, now wasn't that romantic? And I'll bet they live happily ever after and probably keep playing their little tricks. Well, what we got coming up now is called When Johnny Comes Marching Home. It's one of those two-character vaudeville acts. Well, I can tell you these folks sure are a couple of characters. You can see that for yourself.
Parlor in Morensall Falls residence. Enter Mrs. Full.
2 o'clock, and Morthan is not yet home. His habits are becoming disgraceful. I cannot and will not tolerate them or him much longer. I suppose when he does come, he will have the same old stories, sitting up with a sick friend or detained on business. I know that I'm a perfect fool to sit up and wait for him, but I can't help it. I'm too nervous to sleep. I know what I'll do. I'll get reckless. I'll plunge into dissipation myself. I'll go out and get 3 ice cream sodas and a box of bonbons. Oh, no, I can't do that either. The drugstores are not open at this time of night. Morning, I mean. Oh dear, what martyrs we women are, to be sure. I guess I'll have to go in the library and content myself with a book, if I can. And when my dear hubby comes in, he'll find a royal welcome waiting for him.
She exits, enter Morenthal with a cigar in his mouth, lays it on a table. He looks about. He tries to find his left hand, which is still in his pocket. He counts his fingers, draws his left hand out, counts his hands, counts his fingers, grabs the pitcher with both hands, takes a big drink.
Gee whiz, my head. What a night I've had. Talk about your merry-go-rounds, and I've certainly had a merry more rounds than, well, I had 39 myself, and Dick must have bought 39 or 109. I don't remember. I have a hazy recollection of getting a telegram from Dick telling me to meet him, and that he had a girl named Ruby, and then of eating supper, then a few drinks, and then a few more, and then I remember I forgot everything I ever knew, and then if my wife ever found out that I drank to excess, I honestly think that she wouldn't like it. She thinks I'm a
You'll discover in a moment what I think, all right.
She thinks I'm a regular Dr. Parkhurst.
Drunk again.
So am I, my dear.
Mr. Full, I'm ashamed of you. What do you mean by coming home at this hour of the night?
Well, my darling, I had to go somewhere. The saloons were all closed.
Now, sir, no evasive answers. What excuse have you for coming home in this condition?
Excuse? Did you say excuse?
Excuse is precisely the word I used, sir. Have you an excuse, sir?
Sure, Mike, I have. That is, I had one, and it was a peach too, but I forgot what it is now.
Oh, you miserable wretch, you contemptible.
Hey, cut it out. Don't call me names, madame. Don't forget who I am.
Oh, never fear, there are some things one can't forget.
And I suppose I'm one of those things. Don't go too far, madame. Don't go too far.
Well, and what if I do go too far?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Only you might run short of car fare.
Oh, you may joke if you like, but it's no joke with me. I'm going home tomorrow.
Well, don't forget the old adage.
What old adage?
You shouldn't put off till tomorrow what you should do today.
Oh, that I ever married a wretch like you.
The same to you, my dear, and many of them. Did I say something funny? What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing. I'm crying.
Oh, that's too bad. Too bad.
Oh, yeah.
Goes
Oh,
behind the chair, leans over to kiss her.
how dare you kiss me?
Well, it does take a lot of nerve, that's a fact.
Oh, more than do you realize what you are doing? You are ruining both our lives. Now, listen. I want to have a short talk with you.
It's no use. I'm short myself.
Fool and his money are soon parted.
But a fool and his wife are never parted.
Oh, is that so? Well, if that's all that's worrying you, I can soon remedy that.
Back, you coward. Would you strike your poor little hubby?
Strike you? No, it would be useless.
You're quite right. I'm all in. I'm flat broke.
Sorry, I can't sympathize with you.
She picks up a photograph lying on the table.
Oh, Seymour, then. Here is my poor first husband's picture. Just think, you would not be here with me now if he had not been killed at Santiago.
Yes, I fully agree with General Sherman. War is hell.
Sir!
War is certainly, well, it's a standoff with married life.
Oh, it is it? Do you remember you said once that marriage was the end of man's troubles?
Yes, but which end? I've had plenty of trouble at both ends, especially the married end.
Oh, there's no use in trying to reason with you. You are beyond reason. I don't see what pleasure a man finds in getting drunk.
My dear, it's all in the start. If a man never started, he'd...
Then you should not have started. You should not have gotten drunk in the first place.
Well, my dear, it was not in the first place I got drunk. It was the 9th place I got my load.
Oh, you detestable, contemptible...
Stop, woman, before you go any further. Have you got a match?
Unfeeling wretch. Have you no pity?
Not a bit. It was all I could do to find a match. I tell you, I'm cleaned out. I'm all in.
Serves you right.
Hey, get off my neck. Get off my neck. How dare you strike me, woman?
Get up, you fool. I wouldn't soil my hands by laying them on you. Get up, I say.
What's the matter with you anyway?
I want to know why you are wearing that overcoat in the house. Take it off.
That's what comes of trying to surround all the old-fashioned cocktails and down in one night.
The idea. Don't you know that liquor is man's worst enemy?
Well, possibly it is, my dear, but you know, I've always been taught that we should love our enemies.
Yes, it's quite true, perhaps, that we should love our enemies, but we shouldn't swallow them.
By George, you're positively bright, aren't you?
Well, I'm very glad that I possess one thing that you admire.
Oh, you could have another, but you haven't.
And what is that, pray?
A still tongue.
Oh, true. You have the still on, not I.
By heavens.
Oh, you needn't have thrown your cigar away. I don't object to smoking.
Pick it up and smoke it. I don't care.
Now see here, this farce has gone far enough. I have listened to your maudlin jokes all that I intend to. You have come home drunk. Am I being treated right?
Get your hat on and we'll go out. Gee whiz. I didn't know you were sore about that. Come on, I'll stand treat.
Silence. No more of that language to me. You have spent money that I should have had. Thrown it away on whiskey and...
Say, Jenny, you're a good fellow, and I'm a good fellow, ain't we? Yeah? And it's always fair weather when good fellows get together. So let's not quarrel anymore. I'll promise. No
Yes,
more.
you've promised before. You said if my mother would only mind her own business and go back to her own home, that you'd never get drunk again. You promised that, didn't you?
But yes, my honey face. But a drowning man will always grasp at a straw, don't you know? Your mother is a cannibal. That's what she is, a cannibal.
Cannibal. Do you know what a cannibal is? A cannibal is one who lives off a human being.
Ah, yes, and I'm the human being your mother lived off of for 8 months.
Oh, more than, how can you speak so of my mother? Not a cent in there.
And it's always fair weather.
She feels in the coat pocket, pulls out a telegram.
Hello, what's this? Oh, now what are we going to have?
All of the same as before, Mr. Bartender.
Must see you tonight. We'll have Ruby with me, and she's a peach. Meet me usual place, Dick.
What's up?
That's just what I'd like to know. So, Mr. Full, not satisfied with making a drunkard out of yourself, you must also associate with women of questionable character? You're a nice man, you are.
What are you talking about now?
I'm talking about something now that looks like divorce proceedings. I want to know who that Ruby is that you have been hobnobbing with. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a mighty good thing Dick thought about buying that imitation ruby. Ah, Ruby, yes. Oh, my poor little innocent wife. I remember it all now. Tomorrow is your birthday, and
Yes. Go on.
say, where'd you find that telegram?
In one of your overcoat pockets?
Well, why in thunder didn't you look in the other pocket?
In the other pocket?
She looks in the other pocket and brings out a small jewel case and opens it.
Oh, Ruby. A ruby for me. And I have been so cruel, so thoughtless. Oh, my darling husband, you are a hero.
A hero? You bet I am.
And I thought you a base deceiver.
Not on your life. I wouldn't deceive you. To one imitation ruby, $1.50.
And just to think this magnificent ruby is all my very own. How can I ever thank you, dear?
Oh, don't mention it. That's the cheapest I've squared myself yet.
Quick curtain to music when Johnny comes marching home.
Well, them there city folks sure do stir up some trouble with each other, don't they? Oh, I see we have some more latecomers, so they got here just in time. You know, I'm done with the city for a while. Sometimes a man's got to get out of town and enjoy some quiet country life like these folks that are coming up now. Now, they're gonna perform something called the Jumpkins Jumble, a comedy sketch. So let's all take a visit to the Jumpkins farmhouse and see how they're all doing out there.
Well, them neighbors of mine are making a great fuss about me going away. Come up to serenade me just because I'm going down to Squash Holler for a week. Jerusalem, they best be glad I'm going. First time I've left home in 20 years. Well, it's about time I was getting to the cars. I wonder if Eliza has my valise packed.
Here you be, Joshua. Here's your satchel all packed. And I reckon you better be hurrying down to the cars, as them steam cars don't wait for nobody.
Say, wait us. That there almanac says as how my train leaves at 3 o'clock and it's 10 o'clock now. I reckon I've got to hurry if I don't want to miss it. Well, come and give me a smack before I leave. I'm liable to be blown to kingdom come round them pesky cars.
Oh, don't say that, Joshua, or else I won't let you go.
Well, you can't tell what'll happen riding 20 mile on them steam cars. Well, goodbye, Liza. Say, you better keep your eye out for burglars while I'm gone.
Burglars?
Yes, I hear tell us how they could be getting pretty awful plenty hereabouts.
Land sakes, I'll just be scared to death. I know I shall. Well, I'll just hire a man to keep watch while you're gone.
If she hires a man, I reckon I'd better hire somebody to watch them both. Well, you do just as you like. Of course, if I was here, I wouldn't care if 20 burglars come. I'd take care of them. But as I won't be here, you better get someone. Well, goodbye.
Burglars? Land sakes, some man will come in here and carry me away if I don't look out. I'll have to hire a detective policeman to look out for burglars.
Burglars? Who said burglars? I thought I heard someone call me. Nobody here, huh? Well, I wonder if I can get my hands on anything worth carrying away. Well, holy banana. There's something that ought to be carried away and lost.
Oh, howdy do.
Howdy do.
You ones don't know Wins, do you ones?
No, Wins don't know Ewins. Who is Wins?
Why, Wins' name is Ava.
Ava? Oh, sure, Ava. Little Ava. Where's Uncle Tom, Ava?
Wins don't know Uncle Tom. All Wins knows is Uncle Josh.
Well, that'll help some.
Are you Wins, Uncle Josh?
I suppose I gotta be Uncle Josh or get pinched. Sure, I'm your Uncle Josh, whoever he is.
Well, Uncle, come and kiss your little niecey.
Well, that wouldn't that bump your automobile. Well, I suppose I gotta take a chance. Here goes. Oh, I don't care if it comes to me now.
Kiss Wins again, Uncle.
Not in your life. Once is enough.
Is you Wins glad to see Wins?
Oh, yes. Tickled to death. But Ewins had better get out of hearings.
Why had Wins?
Because Wiggins is going to steal the house, and Wiggins can't carry yous with it. Shut up, or I'll knock your block off.
Oh, Uncle, how you ones do talk? Wins don't understand you ones.
Well, Uncle has got business to attend to, and this little Ava's cue to exit. Now, little girl, you go into that room there, and don't you make a peep.
Kiss Wins again, Uncle.
Ah, back up, back up.
Is that far enough, Uncle?
Nah, back over to the next county, and then back some more.
Oh, Uncle.
You get in that room.
Yes, Uncle. Yes.
Well, that's a lot of fun I'm having. Now to look for the long green and other articles.
Good God, Mr. Robber Man, don't kill me. I'm too young to die. I'll be good.
Gee whiz, here's another as bad as the other, only more so. Rise, woman! I'm no robber!
I'm so glad. Who are you?
Why, I'm Uncle. You may kiss me if you wish. Anything, get out of here.
Well, I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Unky, but I can't kiss you. I'm a decent married woman.
Thank goodness. Yes, I met your husband down the road, and he told me that.
Yes, I know. He told you to come up here and hire out to me, didn't he?
Sure. But what do I do?
Why, I want you to watch out for burglars.
Watch out for burglars?
That's what I said.
Here's a good thing. I'm going to get paid for watching myself steal. How much do I get paid for watching myself?
You mean watching for burglars? Well, my husband will be away for a week. I reckon $10 and found will be about right, don't you?
Yeah, that'll be all right. Give me $10 and you'll have trouble in finding me.
Well, I don't know you. I can't pay you in advance.
Well, I'm taking the same chances. I don't know you.
There now, I do hope you'll keep the burglars away.
It's a shame to take the money. Oh, I'll do that all right.
Achoo!
What was that?
Just leave it to me. I'll take care of it.
How brave you are.
I'm gonna choke Nisi, I see that. Now you better go to your room and let me keep guard here. I got you pretty well cleaned.
What's that?
I say, if you stay here, you'll scream.
Yes, all right, I'll go. Goodbye, my brave preserver.
Goodbye, old rain in the face. Now then, to make my getaway.
I wonder what I did with my glasses. God damn them anyway. I can't go to Squash Hollow without my glasses. I couldn't tell a gold brick from a pint of hard cider.
Throw up your hands.
Oh, Mr. Burglar, please take my life, but spare my money.
Oh, you can't play that on me. You're a burglar.
No, I ain't neither. I'm an honest man. My name is...
I don't care what it is. Shell out your ill-gotten gains.
My what?
The money you're stolen from the poor, defenseless widows and orphans. Come on, shell out.
Take them, but don't spare my life. I mean, shoot me. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying.
Behave yourself. How dare you take things like this?
Can I go, good, kind Mr. Robber?
Don't call me no robber. I'll knock your block off. Get up.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a pretty good coat and hat you have on. Take them off.
Yes, sir. Certainly.
Well, I guess your trousers just about fit. Take them off.
I'll be all switched.
Dan, get out of here. Scat. Well, this is the best job I ever had. Oh, gee, but I'm sleepy.
I thought I heard voices. Why, there's Josh, fast asleep. He must have missed his train. There, Josh, I won't wake you. You can sleep as long as you like.
Say, Mary, take your cold feet off my back.
Poor Josh. He says he's glad he's back.
Gee, I had a fierce dream. I dreamed my wife was just here. I must get out of here.
Achoo!
See here, my hay fever friend. You have to cut that sneeze. I thought I told you to stay in your cage there and not make a peep.
Wins couldn't find anybody, so Wins came looking for humans. Does Uncle want to kiss me?
No, Uncle would dislocate that face in a minute if you don't remove it. Say, there was a burglar in here just now.
Oh, where did Hands go?
Well, Hands went looking for you. Now you got me talking like that. Shut up. I'll tell you what you better do. You better get back in your cage before he comes back and steals you.
All right, Uncle, but you better take all Wins' money so Hands won't get it.
You're just ashamed of yourself, you naughty man. Now, Nisi, chase yourself.
So Uncle better take Wins' clothes too so Hands won't steal them.
Well, this is a mortal cinch. I came in here to steal, and they make me take them. Run along now, angel face.
Yes, Uncle.
Well, I guess I got all this coming to me. I'll make my exit.
Where is he? Where is he? Well, it's a good thing he's gone. I'd blow him where the dogs wouldn't bite him.
Achoo!
Oh, Mr. Burglar, please don't take my Sunday pants.
Oh, Mr. Robert's Wins ain't got a cent. Wins gave it all to Uncle.
Gee whiz, it's a gal. Hey, throw up your hands, darn you.
Yes, good kind robber man.
I ain't no robber man. You can't play that game on me. You're a pal of those robber chaps that was just in here.
No, Wins ain't none. Wins is just Nisi.
Just what?
Wins is just Nisi.
Well, I'll be gall switched. Get up on your feet. Now, don't you try any of your tricks on me. I ain't afraid of you. Now, you tell me who you are.
Wins is just a little Ava Jumpkins.
Who?
Ava Jumpkins?
Well, I'll be all switched.
And Wins come down to visit Uncle Jealousy, and Unky told Wins to look out for you Wins. He said as how you Wins would steal me.
Well, that fella told you a lie. I'm your Uncle Josh, and he's a burglar. Well, what are you crying for? Ain't you glad to see me?
Yes, but Wins is crying because he took all Wins' money.
Ah, never mind. I'll find him and make him give it back.
Does Unky want to kiss Wins?
Well, sure. Yeah, I'm right glad to see you.
And you ain't seen Wins in a long time, have you?
You know, I ain't seen you since you were knee high to a well, you was always bigger than what I was think of.
Pa told me to come and surprise you, and does Unky want to kiss Niecy again?
Well, if that don't beat all.
You can kiss Wins again.
All right. You know, I used to think a whole fired lot of you.
Oh, the wretch.
And you wouldn't do yet, don't you, Wins?
Yeah, you bet your boats I do.
Oh, I'll fix you, you wretch.
Well, I can't be stopping here. I've got to be going to look for those robbers.
Are there more than one of them?
More than one? Well, I should say so. There was 20 on them, come in here and took my things away from me.
Oh, mercy on me.
You don't suppose I let one man get the best of me, do you? Ah! I'm going to find out if he's here yet.
Oh, he is in that room.
Well, I'll go this way and surround the enemy.
Well, miss, you're a nice piece of vegetable, ain't ya?
Oh, Lordy, this must be the robber's wife. Wins gave all Wins money to your husband, ma'am. Every cent Wins did, honest.
Oh, you shameless creature. You're not satisfied with stealing his affections, but you give him your money too? Oh, but I'll fix ya. I'll have the law on you both.
Wins wants to go.
Well, the quicker the better.
I'm gonna hit you.
I'm gonna hit you.
Gee Willikins, what a time I'm having. I just licked 29 men and 3 boys.
Now you behave or I'll knock you into the middle of next week.
What?
Shut up. Not a word. I know ya. Just you give me back my money, you robber.
Yes, you had better give Wins money back or Wins will hurt you in.
You shut up. I'll take care of him.
Gee Willikins, you don't know me, Eliza, you don't know me?
Land's sakes, if it ain't Joshua Jumpkins.
Why, so it is. Kiss Wins again.
How dare you? Right before my very eyes, too. I'll not stay here another minute. Now, mister, just give us an account of yourself.
Yeah, just tell us what this means.
Gee, here's just the fellow what got Wins money.
Well, you see, it's this way. You hired me to keep watch of burglars, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Well, I was afraid that the burglars would come in, and so I took your money away from you for safekeeping. But there's one of them now. Hold on to him.
He ain't nobody. He's my husband.
Yeah, I'm her husband. And if there hadn't been 29 of you fellas, you never would have got the best of me.
Well, I'm glad you're an honest man. Where's my money?
He's got it in his inside pocket.
So it is. Well, I'm glad we're getting this jumble straightened out. Well, hadn't you better give me my hat and my coat back?
Sure, yeah.
Well, now I reckon everything is all right.
Hold on, Joshua Jumpkins. Who is this piece of vegetable?
Yeah, who is this? We don't know her.
Why, that's little Eva Jumpkins, your niece.
Why, bless me. So it is.
Does Auntie want to kiss Niecy?
Yes, Auntie, kiss Niecy.
Well, I reckon I missed my train. Now what do we do?
Oh, let's have a family reunion and celebrate with a song.
Yes, Winds can sing.
No, not on your laugh. Give it to Unky.
Wasn't that the silliest bunch of people you ever saw? I thought you had to go to a big city to lose track of your money that way. Well, it looks like we're going to visit some more young folks out in the country. These country folks sure like playing pranks, just like the city slickers, I guess. This one is called Fresh Timothy Hay, a Vaudeville Sketch. Well, take her away, Timothy.
Good morning, Timothy.
Morning.
What are you doing, Timothy?
Cleaning.
Anything new?
Yep.
Well, what is it?
Person broke in the barn last night.
Is that so? Well, did they steal anything? What did they take?
Best harness.
Was any clue left? Didn't they leave a trace?
Nope. Took traces and all.
Oh, why, that's too bad. But everything seems to come at once. And Timothy, do you know what day it is?
Tuesday.
Yes, it's Tuesday, but it's also an eventful day for me. You know, of course, that my father died when I was a mere baby, but I reckon you never knew what a stupid will he left, did you? No, well, I didn't think you did. The will stipulates that when I come of age, I'm to marry one Reed Bird, a person I've never seen. Failure to comply is forfeiture of my interest in the estate. Well, today he is coming to claim what he calls is his own. The idea! Oh, Timothy, what shall I do? Well, why don't you suggest something? Don't sit there like a bump on a log. What shall I do? I can't marry a stupid country clod like him.
Take me.
Take you? I'll shake you, that's what I'll do. There, I guess that'll teach you something. Trouble with you, Timothy Hay, you talk too much. Now, not another word from you. I have an idea. When Reed Bird comes, I'll represent myself as a friend of his intended wife and find out what kind of a bird he is before I commit myself. Isn't that a splendid idea, Tim? I'm glad you agree with me. Now, you may go to the post office and I will await the appearance of Reed Bird, not as Rose Locke, but as someone else. And do hurry. And don't stand and talk all day to everybody you meet.
I'll go, but I'll be back in time to make that bird wish he had lighted in some other place.
Me, would that I could recall those happy childhood days, but the day that's gone can never come again. Just a few more hours for to tote the weary load.
Well, this must be the place. There's no other place about the place, so this must be the place. They told me at the village that I was to pass 2 cotton fields and a potato patch, and I would encounter the house. Oh, it certainly is a majestic looking cage. Oh, I wonder what kind of a bird it holds. Bird, canary bird, or a bluebird. Evidently a bluebird, if she feels as I do about this miserable affair. nothing but respect for a dying man's last wish brings me here. I don't want to marry this awkward country girl. That is, if I can get out of it honorably. Miss Rose Lark, rather a pretty name. Oh, but what if her name is Rose? She must be a sight after what I've seen across the water. Oh, I guess I'll take a look around the place.
I'll bet that's the fellow that stole our harness. Postmaster give me a paper that offers a reward for a thief. Notice, a reward of $500 will be paid for the arrest of Pink Eye Pete, a notorious confidence man and all-around thief. His specialty is making love to young, unprotected girls, gaining their confidence, and then robbing them of their valuables and fleeing to other victims. His description is as follows. Wears a big purple hat. Signed, Catch 'em All, Sheriff. That's the boy Sherborne. That's his descript, all right. Now, if I can only catch Pink Eye Pete and get that $500, I'll bet that Rose would marry me.
I beg your pardon. Well, my friend, what's the trouble?
Pink Eye Pete.
Is there a young lady?
I know who you are. Hold on.
Oh, I'm pleased to hear it, I'm sure.
You won't be so darn pleased when I get through with ye. Say, what did you come down here for anyhow?
Oh, several things.
Gee whiz, he ain't satisfied with stealing the harness. He wants several things.
In the first place, I would like to know who I am talking to.
Well, I ain't so darn particular. For $500, I talk to anyone.
Now, my good man, are you going to tell me your name?
Oh, you'll find out.
Well, that's a most peculiar fellow. I wonder what's the matter with him. Oh, come. I've got no time to lose. Go tell the young lady there's a gentle woman to see her.
I reckon I'll just take a couple of shingles off his roof.
Well, what are you muttering about? Wait, don't shoot. Do you hear? Turn that Gatling gun the other way. What do you mean by pointing that at me?
Oh, I know you, Pink Eye Pete.
Pink Eye Pete?
Yes, and I know your game. You'll make love to unprotected females, will ye?
Say, put up that cannon.
Oh, I'd shoot that cannon, only for one thing.
Now, what's that?
The darn thing ain't loaded.
Oh, well, if that's the case, I'll teach you a
Oh, don't you dare lay a hand on me, Pink Eye Pete.
Oh, I'll Pink Eye Pete you, you big lout.
I'll go down and get the constable and come back here and give you something you can't get inside Stebbins' grocery, Pink Eye Pete.
Of all the fools I ever met, he is the limit. Pink Eye Pete, the idea. Well, if this is an insane asylum, the sooner I find it out, the better. Oh, by Jove, my divinity, she's not half bad.
No, sir. We don't care for anything today. No books, lightning rods, washing machines, hog color remedies, nor...
But just a moment, miss. Just a moment until I go over and ask myself who I am. She's as crazy as the other. Is this Ms. Reedbird or Pink Eye Pete or a hog collar agent? Oh, it's Ms. Bird, is it? Glad of it. I thought maybe I was somebody else.
Wow, how strange she is.
I beg your pardon, miss, but would you tell me where I'm at?
Yes, this is the Lock Plantation.
Then I am in the right place. My name is Bird, Reed Bird.
Reed Bird, the man I to marry. Oh, a nice looking bird, all right, but fine feathers don't always make fine birds.
I wonder what she's muttering about.
I am pleased to meet you, Miss Bird.
Yes, the same to you and many of them, Miss Rose Lark, or I presuming I am addressing Miss Rose Lark.
Me? Oh no, my name is.
Oh, a very
my
pretty
name
name.
What is my name anyway? Oh yes, my name is Maggie Muggleston. Honestly, it is.
Well, you needn't be so emphatic about it. I'll believe you. What a beastly name for a pretty woman.
You see, Rose rather expected you today.
Rather? She rather expected me?
Yeah, she reckoned you'd be tramping along this way today and asked me to keep an eye out for you.
Well, she certainly selected a most charming emissary.
Thank you. Won't you take a seat? Rose will be through with the cows soon.
Through with the cows? What's Miss Lark doing with the cows?
Why, milking them. Oh, what do you suppose she was doing with them?
I didn't know. Playing ping pong, maybe. But you don't mean to say that Miss Rose Clark is milking cows now?
Oh yes, but she's a little late today. Oh, you see, she ran out of snuff and had to go to the village for a fresh supply.
Milks cows, chews snuff? What an accomplished wife she'll make.
And so you were going to marry her, are you?
Gee whiz, he's a quick one.
Me? Marry her? Oh, yes. I don't think so.
Aha, Pink Eye Pete, I'll keep my eye on you. I'll hide under this bench.
Well, Rose is a very charming girl and will make you an excellent wife.
You think she will, do you? She'd make a crackerjack hired hand.
Oh my, yes. You see, she so thoroughly understands animals, you know.
Yes, of course.
Why, do you know she even kills the hogs herself? She says the men are so apt to be careless and cause the poor things unnecessary suffering.
Milks cows, chews snuff, kills hogs. Is Rose going to kill any hogs today?
Oh no, you needn't be alarmed. Fall is hog killing time. What, you're quite safe today. Oh, why she must be having a fit. Well, do you have these spells very often, Miss Bird?
I never had one before in my life, and I never want another one.
You'll get worse than that, Pink Eye Pete.
Pink Eye Pete? Did you speak, Miss Muggleston?
Well, no, I said nothing.
Well, I must be going dippy.
Well, come and sit down. Possibly the weather is too warm for you.
It'll be hotter in a minute.
Yes, it is very warm. Tell me, does Miss Rose do all the work about the plantation?
No, I do some.
I wonder what's the matter with her voice.
I wonder what's the matter with her. No, Rose is too delicate to do all the work.
Yeah, she must be.
Well, Rose goes to the doctor's 3 times a week.
What? Does she work for the doctor too?
Sure, Mike.
Sure, Mike. See here, Miss Muggleston, my name is not Mike, and I won't stand any more nonsense.
Nonsense? What? Well, what do you mean? Oh, this person's
You
going to have
call me
another
Mike
fit.
and slap my face.
Well, I didn't.
You call me Mike and slap my face.
Call you Mike. I'll slap your face. You have evidently been drinking. I'll leave you to sober up.
Oh, please come back and give me a kiss.
What's that?
Well, I didn't say a word.
Miss Bird, I took you to be a lady, but I was evidently much mistaken. You're a brute.
Oh, phew, this must be a Daffy sanitarium. Miss Muggleston, I really beg your pardon, but things seem awfully queer about here today.
Oh, rats.
Rats?
Who said rats?
I saw her first.
Well, I never heard of such goings on.
Neither did I, but tell me, what does Miss Lark go to the doctor for?
Oh, she has poor circulation.
Poor circulation?
Poor circulation?
Poor circulation means cold feet, milks cows, chews snuff, kills hogs, cold feet, a lovely bunch of accomplishments, I must say.
But then she is an heiress with a vast fortune.
Muggleston, a dying man's last wish brings me here, but I can't marry at a hired hand. Do you consider me that I am so depraved as to marry for gold? No. When I marry, it will be for
a set of harness.
What a strange idea. Marry for a set of harness?
No, if you were Rose.
Why, Miss Bird, I can't let you go on like this. You forget Rose. Well, I will not tolerate this any longer. You have deeply insulted me.
Why insulted you? How? Because I love you better than all the world.
Now, what right do you presume to woo me? Timothy, what are you doing here?
So this is the crazy idiot that has made me think I was going tippy.
Timothy, hey, what does this mean?
Well, Miss Lark.
What does this mean? What does this mean, Lark? I suppose I've been talking to Miss Muggleston all this time.
It only means that I've been using a little diplomacy. I wanted to find out.
She wanted to find out what kind of a bird she had to cook.
Oh, you shut up.
Can you forgive my deception?
I can forgive anything you've done, but as for you...
Oh, stay, don't be harsh with poor Timothy.
You see, I thought you was a bank robber, Pink-Eye Pete.
Pink-Eye Pete?
Pink-Eye Pete?
Yes, Pink-Eye Pete. But if you're not, then I'm sorry.
Sorry?
No, I'm glad I'm sorry, for I lose a $500 reward.
Yes, but I have found a spouse.
Now, wasn't that a nice romance? These folks sure know how to keep things stirred up, don't they? And boy, can they act.
Uncle Bill,
Yes.
our lead actress has locked herself in her dressing room and will not come out.
Oh my goodness.
So one of her stagehands is going on in her place.
Well, I never wanted to get on a stage myself.
I don't think he does either.
Well, I'm gonna stay down here and watch. But some folks will do anything to get a job in vaudeville, like that gal that won't come out of her dressing room. Well, we'll get a stand-in, and we'll stand in for Strenuous Mame, the Bowery girl, a vaudeville cocktail. Well, let's see how she gets along in this here show business.
Well, if I had $9 million and my board paid at Motel 6, I would quit the theatrical biz this minute. I've been in it for 15 years, and every year it gets worse. Time was I could draw my check for a few thousand and no questions asked. Now, if I drew a check for $1, everybody would question it. My bankroll represents the market price of coffee and sinkers, and a sassy girl draws the coffee. The great gee whiz, if something doesn't turn up pretty soon besides the price of coffee and sinkers, those confounded sinkers will sink me into an untimely grave. What? Well, wouldn't that give you an appetite? How dare anybody write me a message? I'll complain to the postmaster. I'll make it warm. Wonder who wrote it. I'll have to take a day off and read my correspondence. That's what I get for allowing my secretary to take a vacation in my busy season. Ah, at last, a bright spot in the darkness of despair. Mr. Glad You Spoke, that's me, dear sir. I wants to be an actress on the stage. I have saved up me coin for years, therefore money is no object. Ooh, and I have no object but money. I can see myself counting her money. All right. I think I have talent. She's got another think coming. They all think they have talent. I am very handsome, have a beautiful wardrobe, and all I lack is experience. I shall expect to get that from you. Well, she can have all my experience in exchange for her money. All right. We'll call at your office tomorrow without fail. Gee whiz, I hope she won't call without her money. Yours truly, Mame McCune. Well, Mame, you'll find me in. How much? I don't know. It all depends on how much you bring.
Yoo-hoo!
Well, come in.
Say,
well,
are you the main squeeze in these works?
Am I what?
Be you the hinge that operates this joint?
Say, hand it to me translated, will you? I don't speak Russian.
Oh, cut it, Cole. You're talking to a lady. And when you're talking to a lady, you're not talking to a Maggie, see?
Say, will you take that gum out of your mouth and talk English?
Oh, sure, Cole. The deed is did. You're the first deed that I ever dumped me gum for. Are you glad you spoke?
Yes, I am.
Well,
I'm glad I spoke.
Well, I'm glad to meet you. My name is Mame McKean. Hi.
Very glad to meet you, Miss McCune.
I'll cut it out, miss. Just call me Mame. Did you get me message?
Your message? Did you write? Oh, great gee whiz. You don't mean to say that you wrote this message, do you?
Nah, I can't write. My sister Belle wrote it. She writes writer.
Her sister Belle wrote it.
Ain't it wrote right?
Ain't it wrote right? Worse and worse. Why, yes, it's great. It says in this message that you desire to be an actress.
And it's strictly on the level. I do wants to be an actorine.
actress, not actorine. It also says that you think you have talent.
And that's on the level. Why, I've got Maud Adams and all the rest of the bunch beat 6 ways and back again. When it comes to real acting, Missy, say, Cole, do you think I could get a pink spotlight thrown at me if I went on the stage?
Yes, you get the spotlight and everything else in the place thrown at you.
And does you think I'd be a hit?
There might be some doubt as to you being a hit, but you get hit. All right.
Hey, don't you go Broadway with me, Cole. Don't get Broadway. I'm a real baby from the Bowery, see?
Well, I knew you were a baby, but didn't know where you were from. It also says that you have a fine wardrobe. Did you bring your wardrobe with you?
Well, no, I ain't no express wagon.
Well, don't think that you're a whole bedroom just because you got a wardrobe.
And don't you think for a minute you're a whole dinner just because you look like a fried egg.
Now that will do you. I'll roast you in a minute.
I don't know. I don't see no steam coming out of your automobile.
And I don't see any coming out of your automobile either.
You will in a minute. The steam ain't turned off yet.
Now, just for that, you behave. It also says in your message that you are handsome.
Uh-huh.
Did you bring it with you?
But what?
Oh, excuse me. You are made up for a part. Kindly remove your makeup so that I can see how handsome you are.
The makeup? See her, Cole. This face as I have with me is my own. It's my own, see? Copyrighted and fully protected by D's. And anytime any guy tries to infringe on the copyright, off goes his block, see?
Well, behave. I apologize. Gee whiz, she wants to be an actress and she ought to be a prize fighter. Now, Mame, don't be rude. Put away your little Jeffries and talk pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Your message also says that money is no object.
That's also on the level. I got the cush, all right.
Ah, now you interest me. How much of the cush are you inflicted with?
Say, are you calling me names?
Not at all, Mame. I simply desire to impress you with the knowledge that a momentary consideration is vastly essential in the theatrical firmament.
Say, do you want me to hand you a couple of these here wallops?
No offense, I assure you.
Well, then, you come down off Fifth Avenue and come on down to the Bowery if you want to spiel with me.
Well then, in the language of Steve Brody, how much coin has ya got?
That's all right. You needn't worry your noodle about that. I've been grouchy with me sugar for years, and the roll of my stocking bulges like a wart on a pickle. Ooh.
Gee whiz, can you imagine that under the direct management of Charles Schwab?
Do I get to be an actorine?
Yes, you do be a actorine if you give me your 3 year savings of sugar, Mame.
Do I have to give all my sugar to use?
If you don't give it to me, I'll take it away from you. Oh, how much sugar have you got to sweeten your position, Mame?
$17.43.
Oh.
Gee, I ought to be more careful than to spring that much coin on a guy like that.
Great gee whiz.
What's the matter, Cole?
Nothing.
I thought you was gonna be sick there.
Yeah, and I thought I was going to get money.
Well, yous are. Here's the cush. Now there's the coin, and I wants me job.
All right. Come around Saturday and I'll give you my laundry.
What?
No offense, I assure you. I need the money. Now, Mame, were you ever on the stage?
Sure, Mike. 3 times.
Is that so? Well, how much money were you in the habit of receiving?
$300 a week.
How much money did you say you were in the habit of getting?
300.
Shh. not so loud.
I said I was in the habit of getting 300 plunks per week.
Well, Mame, that's a very bad habit. You want to break yourself of it right away. Now, before I engage you, I must see what you can do in the acting line. Go ahead and act.
Holy gee, there ain't nobody here to help, and there ain't no use for nobody, to nothing to do nobody with nothing with here.
Well, nobody can't do nothing for nobody till somebody tries to do something for somebody. Now, Mame, I'm going to see what you can do. We will play a scene from the great drama Humpy Hogan. I'll take the part of Humpy Hogan, and you shall play Violet. Get ready for the drama.
Gee whiz, I'm going to be an actorine for fair. I'm glad he said Humpy Hogan. I can play that for sure.
Knock, 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 knock.
Ah, that must be Humpy Hogan, my cruel, heartless landlord. What shall I do? He's come for his rent, and I haven't a cent in the house to pay him.
Knock, knock, knock.
Come in.
Good morning, Carrie. Oh, Violet, I mean.
Good morning. Have you used Pear's soap?
This is no time for jesting. I have come for me rent.
Oh, Mr. Hogan, I'm sorry, but I haven't a cent in the house.
I didn't come for a cent, gal. Me rent is due me, and it's $14, not a cent, gal.
I haven't one penny to my name. Oh, how cold and cruel he is. As cruel as the snow. As cruel as the snow comes falling down. Oh.
Well, and what say you, gal? Do I get me money, or shall I throw you out of the house, bag and baggage?
Oh, Mr. Hogan, would you take such a burden on your shoulders?
No, I have burden enough on these shoulders. Come, gal, me rent.
How can I give you what I haven't got?
True enough, gal, but there's one thing you have got, and you can give me that, and that is your love. Violet, perhaps I've been a little too hasty. Listen, I've watched you grow, Violet, from a little gal into a beautiful woman. For years, I have loved you. Oh, Violet, look at me and say, you love me.
Oh, I can say it easier without looking at you.
Ah, Violet, sweet Violet, every morning I bring thee.
Say, you trying to kid me?
Nay, nay, sweet gal, I love you. Ooh, you're a fine piece of actress, I don't think. Can you do anything else?
Well, my pipes are dreams.
Which means that you can sing. All right, sing.
I found $1 million baby in a 5 and 10 da 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 5 and 10 cent store.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that Mame was a live wire, wasn't she? I always like it when they end with a song. Wasn't that a good one? Well, we're gonna finish off tonight with a comedy sketch called The Second Hand Man. I know I could watch these fellers all night. So get ready for a good fast talking number to take us out.
Hey, you, I can't hear you. Gall darn you. Yeah, and yeah, just leave me alone. Yeah, you just Yeah. Can't show me nothing. Just let me go. Hey, what'd you say? Damn city slickers can't understand a damn word they say. Still can't understand a word he's saying. Okay, I can't do this. Keep doing this. Like, wait. Icky, you gotta unmute. You galoot. Ain't getting any sound from you.
Folks, we're having some technical difficulties here. I think we got to reboot a little bit and get ourselves up and started again.
Okay. Yeah, you unmuted. Say something. I still can't hear you. Oh, man. Now, let us completely begin again. Right from the very top. But before we do that, Ted, say something to me. I still can't hear you.
Ted, you got to sign out and sign back in again, son.
Yeah, because we can.
Yeah, just vamp a little there, Willem.
Okay, well, we'll be starting soon, very soon. Now let's get things kind of ready for you. This is a little town near a farming community, and in this little town, they've got a secondhand store.
You ever been to that secondhand store, William?
I have been to the secondhand store. About a year ago. It was a terrible experience. Oh my goodness! I couldn't believe the truck I got. But here I am again. Because I'm what you
keep coming back for more, huh?
I'm coming back for more.
You don't learn nothing, do you, son?
I'm a slow learner. I say that with a certain pride. You know,
Uncle Bill, Ted has just run back into the theater. He's won his title. He's on his way.
You hear me now?
Running. He's running. Here he comes.
Oh, hi, everybody. Sorry for that.
I can hear you now. Okay, I'm going to go away so you can surprise me.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Why is this other place?
Okay. If business don't get pretty quick much better, I will make a failure. But how can I fail with the fire engine house next door and the swimming school upstairs? Oh, my friend.
Darn you.
1 minute. Oh, my friend, in 1 moment you will thank me for this day. Believe me, I speak from the bottom of my vest.
Yeah. Well, I will thank you to let go of my coat call. Darn you.
Oh, shush. Let me show you something you might lose if I don't see you looking by the outside in. My friend, do me one little favor. Just one little favor. Try it on. Try it on. Ah, beautiful.
Hey, you see, I do not want a hat with earlaps on it.
But that hat is the latest fall style.
Well, I want the spring style.
Oh, you have no idea how lovely you look with that hat on. If I meet you on the street, I take you for Parabans Morgan. I don't think.
Yeah, well, if you've got a spring style, trot her on out. But hold on just 1 minute there. Before we do any business, you've got to bring me a glass of milk. I am.
Oh, that is so bad. The milkman forgot to call by the house this morning.
So, well, that must be what you city chaps call a milkshake.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. So what's that you got in your hand?
That is the latest fall style. Do me a favor, try it on.
So this is your spring style, huh?
Oh,
wait.
See, it was the latest spring style.
Oh, boy, well, I would buy a hat, but I don't want one that's troubled with spring halt or spavin. Say, how much do you want for that hat?
I want $9 for that hat.
Yeah, I reckon you do, but how much will you take for it?
Oh, my friend, I like you. I like you. I will give you a friendly discount. Take it for $6. Oh, my friend, do that again.
How much did you say?
My friend, do that again and I will make you a present of the hat.
Well, I always do try to be accommodating. But what do you want me to blow smoke in your face for?
It makes me think of the last time my store went down.
You know, you're a little bit of all right, Icky. I saw a crepe on the clothing store down the street. Isaac's the man that run it, died last night.
Oh, you don't believe me? What did he die of?
They tell me it was heart failure.
Heart failure? I wonder will he start up again?
No, I'm afraid it was his last failure.
Well, Mr. Man, will I wrap up this beautiful hat or will you wear it?
No, I do not want your hat. I'll be gall switch if you ain't the same man that sold me a lot of truck of rotten junk the last time I came to town.
Oh, I don't believe me.
Yeah, of course I don't. And you told me that this overcoat was all right?
Well, ain't it all right? Ain't it a bargain?
It may be a bargain, but I can't wear a coat that wags its tail like a dog every time it hears a pawnbroker's voice. Here, now, take a look at this.
Oh, vey, what is the matter with that coat?
Matter? While this blame coat has been in hock so often that every time it comes near a pawn shop, it acts like a dog seeing its master.
Ugh, such a business that you make from nothing.
Nothing. Well, that ain't all. You told me that you was a member of a temperance society. I think you said president of one.
I hope I choke if I ain't.
Well, I don't believe you.
Oh, why should it not be?
Because these pants have been tight ever since I had them.
Oh, that makes no, never mind.
Yeah, and I wouldn't care so much, but this coat has been on a tear too.
Oh, my friend, you are just making a little joke with me. You was a regular theater.
Oh, and why, even those suspenders you sold me were bad.
Why?
Those suspenders are in jail right now.
Holy pig's feet, why are they in jail?
For holding up my pants, that's why.
Such a theater. Wasn't it right what I sold you?
No, not a blame thing. Why, even the umbrella got off its handle when I only had it 3 days. Pants tight, coat on the tear, suspenders in jail, an umbrella off its handle. Oh, you're a nice pumpkin, you be.
My friend, I give you up.
Well, that's the first time I ever knew a merchant to give up anything.
My friend, I am too generous. Believe me, I am, ain't I?
Yeah. Well, I guess I gotta get going if I want to catch my train. Yeah, but what time is it?
Wait a minute and I'll find out.
No, hold on. Where are you going?
Just upstairs to get my watch.
Why don't you wait?
Why should I wait?
Your watch might run down.
Another theater.
Okay, let's see. Are you married?
I don't know. My wife is in Chicago.
You're right, Chicago. Pretty tough place. I used to live there.
Yes, I should know it. How long did you live there?
About 5 feet 8 inches.
You couldn't live there much longer, could you?
Not unless I wore foot pads.
Foot pads?
Yes, they hold me up.
You was a pretty funny man.
No, that's a bad laugh. It don't seem to come natural from the heart. Don't you feel well?
No, my Rachel was married yesterday and I had to give her away.
Oh, is that the first time you ever gave anything away?
No, I am a generosity. Every Christmas I give to my children some nice big round white cold snowballs.
Gee whiz, wouldn't that frost you?
Nine, I give them to children. Then every 4th of July, I light a match for each of the children and 2 together side by each for the twins.
Oh, great sandhill. You'll bust yourself someday, Icky.
And yesterday, I dropped a penny in front of a blind beggar just to see if he'd pick it up.
And did he?
9, he said, make it a nickel and I'll forget myself.
And did he forget himself?
No, not on my account. What, a whole nickel just for foolish business? It shouldn't be. This morning, I give to my little boy Jakey a penny. And what do you think he did with it?
Why, put it in the bank the way all rich folks do with their money?
No, sir. As young as he is, he knows too much to trust the banks. He swallowed it.
Oh, well, I guess I better be getting along.
What makes you want to hurry up?
You are a funny man. What makes you think to hurry up? You ought to be one of those real actors on a real stage.
I am a born theater. My mother used to keep an actor's boarding house.
Shoo, well, I wish I had your chance. I'd like to be an actor.
You don't believe me?
Oh, you just get out. Last week, we came pretty near having a Yankee Doodle Dandy show at our opera.
Why should it be that you didn't?
Well, the opera was full of hay.
I will show you a little theater if you want to see it.
All right, Icky, fire away.
Fire away? Oh, wait, don't talk sharp. Somebody might hear you.
All right, Icky, smoke up.
I ask you once more as a gentleman, don't talk sharp.
All right, you go ahead. I'll be back when the trouble is over.
Father has a business strictly second-hand, everything from toothpicks to a baby grand.
I took the first prize down home walking for a cake.
That wasn't anyone looking.
Yeah, sure, and I was presented with a medal.
Well, I'll walk you for a cheese sandwich.
By cracky, tried out your cheese sandwich.
Oh, there it is.
Everyone knows that I'm just second rose from Second Avenue. From Second Avenue. You? Yeah.
Well, thank you, boys, for a right entertaining number. Hey, everybody, come on back out here and say hi to these nice folks that showed up to watch here tonight.
Hi, nice folks. Thanks for coming. And we'll see all of the Woodside Players back in 2022, hopefully in person. Have a great evening. Hi, Julia.
Hi.
Somebody wanted to say hi to you,
Great
Johnny.
show, great actors, Johnny. Happy New Year, everyone. You guys were all amazing.
Great. We'll see you all real soon. Have a nice night.
You too.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.